You're on, right there.
Okay. Welcome to the planning board meeting for February 25th, 2016. Apparently, as I'm the only full-time member here, I'm also the acting chairman. I'd like to appoint John as a voting member for the meeting.
And introduce Fred.
Fred,
Ricky,
Pete, George, whatever you
ex
wanna call
officio, that's why I can't be a chairman.
Okay. I guess we've got
Conceptual,
a couple things to do tonight.
conceptuals, I think, go first.
Yeah.
So you have the snowmobile club here for that.
First, we've got a conceptual site plan for the Weare Winter Wanderers.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, my name's Bill Bolton. I'm the president of the Weare Winter Wanderers Snowmobile Club. And I am here evidently for a conceptual. We were advised to come in for one. There's a 2+ acre lot down on Colby Road. It is 44 Colby Road. And it was donated to the Snowmobile Club this summer. We have gone in and just kind of brushed it a little bit and cleaned things up and put our food trailer and our storage trailer in place, and we've also put a few bridge beams, just used steel beams that we make in the bridge when required. And I guess I'm not sure where I go from here.
Okay.
I think the reason that I asked them to come was the extent, if any, of a site plan requirement for what they would like to do down there.
Yeah, we've got a plan.
Yep, page 2. Page 2 shows the where the existing cook trailer and the storage trailer is sitting, and then the steel beams,
Mm-hmm.
and then a proposed stockade type fence. That I don't have any idea when or if we'll actually even do it, but our groomer tractors, they're farm tractors that have conversions on them for tracks and whatnot, and the tires that originally came on them, and a lot of linkages and steering parts and things that we don't use, we have in storage. And we likely would, at some point in time, bring that stuff down there. The original ROPS seat and stuff that came on the tractor before the cabs were put on it. All the things that were taken off to make it a groomer tractor. There's three tractors, so stuff with 3 tractors, and we would probably put up some type of a wooden stockade fence just so it wouldn't be an eyesore, and the stuff can sit outside. There's nothing real particular about it. And then we penciled in right between the 2 gates a potential storage shelter for grooming equipment. We have 3 large farm tractors with the drags that we likely would like to store down there in the off months, and perhaps even in the winter when it might be a starting point for where they take off from. This piece of property has been an existing piece of our trail system. It would connect us with the Beauvair's property or Langtot store, and then once we leave it, we go through the campground and then on to the on to the rest of the world. We wrote storage shelter, we really don't know, we know that the land, you can't, put any permanent structures on it. Might perhaps, we haven't honestly really even discussed it, but we may perhaps put up some, what do they call them, shelter lodging things, or
Tents.
tents, you know, or if it's allowable, usually maybe even a pole type roof, or call it shed, that we could just back them in under cover.
Can that be done on an on-building lot?
Well, I don't know if, do you need a building permit for those tent sheds?
No.
No. So that would work.
You would for a pole barn, but you don't for,
For a pole barn or Quonset hut or anything that's,
permanent, yeah.
okay.
And you're not taxed on, well, you wouldn't be taxed anyway, but there's no taxes on
The
those portable sheds.
setbacks apply to those non-permitted sheds?
Yes,
Okay, so it still have to meet the building setbacks?
yes.
So where it showed that potential shelter would need to be moved back some to meet the building setback?
Yeah, well, that would be, so, when he got around to doing that, we
Yeah.
could discuss that,
Yeah.
but as he said, future. One of my questions for you, being someone who used to trailer a sled, would you have provisions for parking in this area for people that want to trailer their sleds?
Not really, there really isn't enough room there.
Yeah, I just don't want to have you come back
Yeah,
more than
you know,
once.
I guess, I would say, yeah, somebody may park there, but it is certainly not the intent.
Not an official parking area
No,
for,
no, we have, the parking areas down at Lang Todd's, and, we don't need to maintain it. In
Mhm.
all honesty, we wouldn't even wanna plow it or anything in the winter.
The trailers are registered.
Trailers are registered.
Can you put that stockade style fence up on a non-building lot?
yeah.
You can't, okay.
There are no requirements for building permits for a fence,
There, okay.
as long
Yeah,
as
the
they don't
fence-
block the view of traffic.
The fence wouldn't be for us, it would be for the neighbors. There is a low spot just past the storage trailer. It drops right down in quite a hole. I assume someday if we were able to come up with some free suitable material, we'd probably want to fill that in, just to give us more room and perhaps put the equipment over in that area, but same deal, no, we certainly have no budget for it or immediate plans for it.
And should they decide to want to put a building in there, to actually build a structure,
They have to come back anyway.
they could go the variance route and they'd have to come back to one of the boards anyway.
Do you plan on opening the cook trailer for use while it's in there?
Nope.
No? Okay.
You're not putting any signs up or any
Just,
electrical in there at all?
we're hoping that our neighbors might, but no, we won't.
Okay.
And if our neighbors did, we might steal a little. But we really just don't wanna bear any expenses we don't have to bear.
Yeah.
And we've got, solar lighting on the trailers and stuff now, and no, we're not gonna store any fuel or anything like that. We actually have a place we buy that right on the trail, and it works very well for us.
Do they even need a site plan for it?
I don't think so,
I'm
But-
not thinking too.
but they have gone through the formal process of being blessed by the planning board as not requiring a site plan for what they're doing.
Yeah.
If there's no building permit required for anything that they're planning on building?
No,
then
no.
I don't see.
It's just use of the land. Whether you
If it's
consider,
within the guidelines as far as I can see, right?
the worst thing that they would have to do would be notify abutters that this is what they were doing, but that also is probably an undue expense.
As long as they
If they decide to do something
Neighborly
different,
thing at this
Yeah.
point anyway, so.
if they decide to do something different, they would have to come back, but for now, they have paid their tribute to Caesar.
Okay, I don't see a reason. I don't even know if we need to vote on it. I mean,
think so.
My opinion, if they don't need to, if they're not building anything that requires a permit, nothing is really changing with the use, then no need to see us anymore.
Yeah.
Unless something changes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for letting us know what's going on. Next up, we'll do the lot line adjustment for the Purcellis
Purcelli's and the Raymonds.
and the Raymonds. What have we got, Art? We'll go through the application first.
Yeah, you have to accept the application.
Mm-hmm. You can by chance check if these things were done on the plan.
No, I made the assumption that they were.
Okay.
They probably weren't at the time. They are now. I should have brought extra plans, because those plans don't show those things. But I'll bring this one up to clarify that a few things are missing.
Do you have a second copy of that plan with you?
I don't need this one. I can take that. I can take one of theirs and they can put this.
Why don't you do that?
I'll let you know what's here. Maybe Bruce can have it. There's not much to see. Can I grab one of those ones? The plan you have there didn't have the house.
Yeah, and
I didn't have any.
and the well.
I was
the house.
away. Yeah, basically, the only things I've added is the driveway over here, the driveway, the right, this right away, and those items, the house items,
Mhm.
which really don't have much to do with the lot. The actual adjustment.
You have any idea where the septic system is on lot 9?
It's out front, actually.
Something.
I didn't add that. It's right here.
Okay.
I'll add that to the plan.
You get your waiver form, your butters list, deeds. Yep, completed application filled out. Anybody have any questions on the application itself?
Make a motion, we accept the application as complete.
Second.
So moved. Okay. Art, you want to explain the plan a little bit?
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is a lot line adjustment between the Purcellis and the Raymonds. The Purcellis have 3.21 acres that front on Reservoir Drive. And Raymonds have 49.54 acres, which front on Route 114. The proposal is, you can see parcel A there, it's 1.03 acres. It's gonna be annexed from the Raymonds to the Purcellis. And I have the remaining areas written on each lot. That's what it is, that's all it is. There's not much to it. Again, since that plan, I've added the driveways, the well house on the Raymonds.
Yeah, and you'll make that change to add the septic system location on there.
Yep.
See, you got it written on the other plan by the other house.
Right, yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. Any butters present? Seeing none? Pretty simple.
We did get a letter from this guy.
Yeah, I see the letter from the PWA saying you don't have any problems with it. Conservation never replied. It usually indicates they don't have a problem with it.
Usually.
Looking for a motion.
I'll move it.
Wait, he has to make sure you put a motion that he adds that septic system on the plan.
How would that motion be worded then?
Approve the plan contingent on
Yeah.
septic system location on the parcel on lot 9 be indicated.
If you want to hold the verbiage, I'll move it in.
I move to approve the lot line adjustment on, tax map lot 201-9 and 201-14 with the
Condition that
with the condition that the septic system be drawn into the plan
on lot 9.
on lot 9.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. That's it.
Good night. You can stay for the next one if you want to.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a good evening.
Well, tomorrow
Now,
Yeah.
Claude, before you leave,
Hold on for a minute anyway.
once the Mylar gets recorded, you guys need to make up new deeds for your property reflecting the changes and record them.
Okay, yeah.
Or Wendy will be after you. And you want to keep Wendy happy. Remind them that they have to do that too. Jim? Once the Mylar is recorded, you guys will need to make up new deeds reflecting these changes. And
Waiting for that, right?
yeah, as soon as the Mylar is done, you can do that and record it.
And your estimate on that would be?
Dollar-wise, I don't know, but I can do
No,
that.
No, I'm talking about time.
Oh, time. As soon as he gets the Mylar done, give me
Next week
2 weeks to make sure that the chairman shows up to sign it, and once it's signed, it's down at the registry the following day.
Okay, so that's like the first meeting of next month you're talking about?
Yeah, unless he drops by.
Okay, that would be nice.
I'll let you know when it happens, but it would be 2 weeks, at the longest, it would be 2 weeks.
Okay, great. Okay. Very good. Thank you all.
Your picture.
One more thing to discuss,
You could have a record-breaking meeting.
so
I'm okay with that.
site plan for Mount William Inc.
However, when you read it, it is a design review plan.
I know. The way the application, it was submitted for a conceptual or design review, which means there was no public butter notices sent out.
They were all notified. Design review requires notification.
How was it, how was it,
Conceptual does not require
Okay,
a butter
how was
notification.
it noticed?
It was noticed in the newspaper, and it was noticed by mail.
That's not what I asked.
You should,
How's it worded?
has design review.
design review. Didn't you read your notice?
No.
And I went to all that effort.
Don't send me one. I usually throw them right at you.
So I mean, there's design review,
I've done everything,
yeah.
For site
I mean, there isn't,
other than pay extra money.
a lot to. Do you have any other additional information on
Oh, you do? Have some photos.
it? Okay. Photos of a similar building, I'm assuming. Get the application. Butters. Names and addresses, as they may be.
I'm assuming there won't be any dissenting abutters.
No, I think we're pretty.
No, they're not
That's
here.
one way of not getting any grief from anybody.
And the plan. I mean, not sure. Why the design review process was,
Invented by the planning board.
I think was invented for larger scale projects than this, where
You know, actually, we
envisioned a lot more.
he and I
things needed to happen.
discussed that today. You could approve the design review, but he's gonna have to come back
Right.
for,
Site plan,
site plan at a later date. If you wanted, and I hate to use the term favor, if you wanted to do everybody a favor, you could postpone this and give Art a chance to submit the formal and do a design review and site plan review at the same time.
that may be the best thing, because we're not notifying the butters again and all the notifications.
Well, no, if he does, goes for the full-blown site plan review, I will have to notify all the abutters. All four,
Okay,
all one.
so it really doesn't matter then.
No. No, if you, to do, I would say to do this correctly, you should postpone it for a month and allow the proper application to come in and just review the whole thing at one time. Because even if you look at the fee schedule, it allows for the design review fee to be deducted.
To be transferred to the,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, you know, I never have understood the purpose of this.
I think it was kind of intended for larger scale projects where maybe the planning board want to see engineering reports or studies and stuff like that, that
So,
I don't
you
think
know,
a single storage building entails, unless I'm,
so you can do whatever you want, but
Well, I think we should go through it, and then there's not much to go through when we come
Yeah.
back. Matter of applying, and let's get it over with.
Do we have to accept this as complete?
yeah, we need to move on the application, such as it is.
at which point the pictures are irrelevant.
You know, it says one copy of any other data to be used during the meeting. So, pictures are good, so we know what the building's conceptually gonna look like.
I'm assuming fees have been paid and collected?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't see a signature.
It wouldn't get this far if there was no money in the bank.
No signature.
That's I never do that.
So you look for a motion?
Yes.
I move to accept the design plan review for Mount William Inc. as complete.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
I'll go over it quick.
Go ahead, do you want to describe it a
I'll go
little
over
bit?
it real quick, because next month, new people gonna explain all of
Yeah.
it.
Exactly.
But I'll go through it real quick, just so at least half of you don't know what we're doing, or most of you. So it's pretty simple here, what we're doing. They wanna add a building that's 60 by 100, you can see it there. We've got an existing building that's for construction equipment repair and offices there, the big one. And then this new one is basically for, right there where it says existing equipment storage yard.
Mhm.
His equipment is outside and it's doing a toll on the equipment, the sun and weather. So he wants to have this building to protect the equipment. There's just gonna be two big doors on either end, and the equipment will go in and out.
No plumbing inside,
Nothing inside,
electricity?
it's storage.
Oh,
I think there'd be electricity inside. Gotta have some electricity if you need to work on it.
Yeah.
If we need to do something in there, although I don't think they're gonna be working on it, I don't know if they're, as far as I know, it's just storage, because they have the equipment repair building over there, so they'll be switching them in and out.
He told me that he would would feed it from another building if he needed electricity in there.
Would there be any difference if he decided to actually do maintenance on there versus being storage from our standpoint?
No.
If you did put electricity in there, run a battery charger or something.
Because more than likely, you're going to include maintenance in this area anyway. I mean, if you got a machine that needs a track, you're not going to move it to another building when you take the track
You
off.
want me to put some maintenance?
You might want to.
Limited maintenance or something. I mean, there's no
Just
running
in
water, right?
Just in case. No, there's no
So
water.
there's no septic system?
No, yeah,
tie-in
like the
or
other
like
building
that?
has all that stuff.
Yeah,
If something broke down and you had to fix it, I guess it would become a maintenance shed.
Mm.
If it broke down.
I just wanna make sure there wasn't gonna be a wash bay or.
Yeah, no.
We'd have to worry about.
No, mainly it's just for storage, you get it. I guess the sun is doing a job on the tires.
well, they do job on tires, paint, seats.
Paint. So that's the essence of it. So, this is an aquifer protection area, but that area is already disturbed. We went through this with Chip. So there's really no further review that we need to do, because we're using there's no additional impervious.
And the culverts just to shed water on the building kind of thing?
Yeah, the water collects in that area, and so we provided a culvert in front of the door that's near the road there to join the system, the drainage system that's already there, the culvert. You can see the other culverts draining in towards the wetland. So it's pretty simple. I guess we could have got it approved if I applied properly. I'm not sure it's the end of the world, but I'll find out soon.
and it meets all the setbacks. Being what it is, I mean, it might be a wrong assumption, I'm assuming there's no additional employees or anything on site.
No.
So no additional parking.
Hmm.
Even if there was, there's plenty of space.
Plenty of room for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see any issues.
And
Anybody wanna make a motion about the design review phase?
What's the motion could it be?
don't know, but check.
Do I approve?
If we approve the application, the design review phase of the project, I guess?
I make a motion that we approve the design review phase of this project
As presented.
as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion carries.
Thanks.
See you tomorrow.
Thanks, Art. Sorry about the miscommunication with the application we filed. We can only act on what we have in front of us.
Yeah, I brought that to Craig's attention after the fact. He says, I don't know why he did this.
Anything else to talk about, Mr.?
Minutes, if you got them,
I'd like to hold off on a minute.
Yeah, till we have a couple of members present that were at the meetings,
Yep.
the minutes reflected.
and just a reminder, who needs a copy of the, okay, let me go get them.
Subdivision,
Yes.
I'll take one.
Okay, I was gonna ask you if you printed it.
I did not this time.
Bruce came by and got his. He was a good boy.
yeah, but you didn't give me anything else.
I could have gotten mine last week, I told them, continue this week.
We're done, you want to close it?
Since our agenda is over, I guess we'll close the meeting at 7:35.
So, yeah, second.